Let's try that again. Hi, you all. Thank you. No. Hi all, thanks for joining me. My name's Chandra and welcome back to my channel. If you are returning or if you are new, then welcome. This will be my monthly update for the month of November, so you'll be seeing this at the beginning of December. But I thought, because I was feeling super inspired and audacious, I would just go ahead and do it now. There's still about 5 days left in November when I'm filming this, so some of it, you know, there'll be updates to the updates. It'll be whatever. But I am working on NaNo. I have been working on NaNo, so everything that you've seen, if you've been watching videos for a while, everything that you've seen pretty much up to this point has been pre-recorded because I wanted to be able to really focus on NaNo. So as of today, my total word count for NaNo is 42,744 words. I actually wrote 2,043 words today, so I'm like right on track. Everything has been going really well. There was a real week 3 slump that was tough, not gonna lie. That was pretty tough, but we're back on track. We're doing good, and we have been learning so much, so do love that. But I project by the time you, of course you'll see this in December, but by the time you see this, NaNo will be a wrap, and I will have my first draft of book 2, which is Secrets in the Sea. That's the working title. So that is the first update. The next thing would be onto my book that is with beta readers right now, which is Secrets in the Cellar. That one actually has 2 sections of chapters left in it. I just sent off one this evening, so whenever my beta readers wrap up that other chapter, I will send out one more group of chapters, which is a little bit longer. I've been doing 3 chapters at a time. This one is actually 4 chapters, so I will send that out as soon as they get back to me, letting me know that they finished the current group, and then we'll be done with the first round. I actually also did a bit of research because I started hearing some interesting things. I've been writing for about 10 years now, and for some reason in the last month, maybe month and a half, I started hearing more different kinds of readers. So I actually decided to make a video about it and share what I found. And I also linked to some articles that were helpful to me in explaining what the different kinds of readers and their purposes were. So keep an eye out for that because that will be upcoming. I haven't actually filmed it yet, so you know, good times. So that's where we are with the Secrets in the Sea, Secrets in the Cellar updates. Secrets in the Cellar is almost done with beta reading, and then I'll do another recap because let me tell you, I have learned so much in the past 2 months. It has been wild. So the next update that I have is actually on what I've been reading. I know that in my NaNo to-do list I had included that I wanted to read an absurd number of books in the month of October. That's not how that went. We're all super shocked, I know. I ended up getting really heavily into editing SIC, so it just reading didn't happen at the same pace. But I still did get a lot of reading done, and since my last update, I've read 3 books, and there's some others that are in the work. Like, I never just read one book at a time, so there's a bunch of others that are in the works, but I read The Savior. I don't know, why does that sound weird? It sounds weird today. The Savior's Champion. I read that finally. Yes, I know it's been out a while. What was I doing? I really don't know. I don't have any words to say for myself at this point, but I finally read it. I still don't know how I feel about it. And it didn't take me long to read. I'm gonna look at it here and see if it tells me how long it took me to read it. Usually when I look at Goodreads, I look at it on my phone, not on my laptop, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just scrolling through because it usually has a little date, but that's not why you came here, is it? To Okay, so here it is. Don't mind me. I started at I put it on my shelf on September 22. I didn't start reading it till October 20. So I had it on there for like a month. So October 20 to October 20th to November 11. That's how long it took me to read it, which is not long considering I was already writing for NaNo at that point as well. So did not take me long to read that, which means it was a good book and I liked it. Or it means it kept my attention. So that's a whole nother thing, and I'll probably make a video about this because I've been reading a lot, and there's a difference between a good book and a book that keeps your attention and liking a book. Like, I feel like those are three different categories. I will do a separate video on that because that feels like a rant. You should read the book though. You should read it. I think it was mostly that there were characters in the book that I wanted to like physically harm, and that surprised me. I didn't expect to have such a strong reaction to fictional characters. I also read Dune. My best friend called me and he was like, hey, do you want to read Dune and do like a book club? Because we don't live in the same state. And I was like, yeah, oh, I'm so excited. So like while we were talking, I like went on Audible and I got it. And turns out like when you do a book club, you're supposed to like read the same chapters and then get together and talk about it, and then read chapters and get together and talk about it, and then read chapters and get together. No, I read the whole thing. Like, I called him and I was like, oh, so I'm reading Dune. I'm like halfway through. What do you think? And he was like, I've never been in a book club before. I'm not good at this game. It does not play well with others. Dune was so good. Dune was so confusing. I really liked the book. It was really interesting. So here's the thing. I liked it. The character names, even having them read to me, I had a really hard time keeping the characters straight. And I was just like, so I would be like listening to a scene and it would kind of be progressing. I don't know if this glare on my glasses is driving you crazy. It was driving me crazy. Anyway, that's why I'm like, I'm fine. Dune. Yeah. The names. I don't know if anybody else played or still plays the game Spore, but the fact that it's called Spice, if you play Spore, then you know that you also can mine spice on, I don't know, that was weird to me. Yeah, I didn't get that. But it also, I have this weird thing where when I'm like reading something or I'm really into something, I like to go back to like the beginning where it all began. So I read the book, I watched the movie. The next movie is coming out in 2021, I think. It was supposed to come out this year. They pushed it. I'm mad, but hey, it's 2020, right? What else would happen? Don't, knock on wood, universe, don't, please, shh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. Dune. The movie. The soundtrack. Loved the soundtrack. The movie, I'm gonna do a whole separate rant video just, and I this isn't even in my like my purview, but there are things about that movie that need to be said. And I know it's an old movie, and I do this a lot because, like I said, if I read the book, then I watch the movie, and like I go through all the media that's associated with it because I have problems. And I like to see what it inspired. Like, you took this book and this book was like amazing, and then you did this thing with it. What's happening over here? Who told you that that was a good idea? So if you haven't read the book, do that. If you haven't watched the movie, do it. And it's not even because it's a good movie, because it's not a good movie. And I know you're like, why would you tell me to watch a movie that's not good? You have to see it to believe it. That's all there is to it. That's all I can say. So the next book that I read is called Romancing the Beat, and actually someone told me about this in a writing sprint yesterday. It was actually Charlie, and I will link their channel because they do writing sprints all the time, and their writing sprints are fantastic. And also they're just a good person and delightful, and they have all the knowledges. So just, yeah. They mentioned this, and I was like, I need to read that book, so I went and bought it, and then I read it last night, as one does. It's not a long book, but given everything that I've been going through with the beta reading process, and then the outlining and prepping for NaNo, and editing, subsequent editing, subsequent editing, and then getting to the end, pretty much the end. I'll be done with NaNo by then, by the time you see this. Getting to the end and just seeing that come up, I've started watching the progression of my story and seeing what my beta readers are saying, and I was like, oh, pantsing, all of that jazz, it's hard on the back end. And it just, there's some weird things that happen. So I will also drop a link to this. Of course, if you follow me on Goodreads, you can see all the books that I read, and you know, I'll talk about them. I also post like my monthly read list on my Patreon, which is open. You can just go look at it. It's free. Yeah, I was like, I need help. Someone help me. So the cool thing about Romancing the Beat is that you don't have to use this approach before you write the book. Like, you don't have to use it to plot. You don't have to use it for everything. You can go back and use the strategies when you're editing and make sure that, like, oh, I didn't put in this thing, I need to add that. I need to make sure that this beat is in here in the right, it's not even a matter of the right place. It's just it's so flexible, which I love. I don't like it when people tell me, like, you have to do it this way. I'm like, well, I'm not. Even if I hurt myself, I'm gonna do it wrong just because you said I had to. And I know that's not a good character trait. Don't be like me. But that's how I am. So this book, I love. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I read through it, and now I'm gonna go back after I've let this manuscript rest. And I'm going to edit using this book, Romancing the Beat. So if you're interested, if you are like me and you're stubborn and you make your life difficult sometimes, you may also enjoy this book because it will probably change your life. I've also decided that I will be doing WorldEmber. So the 10,000 words world building. You know, I was already working on a world that needed to be built. I created an account on WorldEmber if you're interested. I think I link from my Patreon to my WorldEmber account, so you can follow me that way. I probably should put that in my bio. I'll add a link to that in the bio as well. But I will be doing that in December, so I'll be writing another 10,000 words in December because I was already working on world building for this other book, which is a totally separate universe from SIC, SIS, different, completely separate. Nary the two shall meet. But I need to do that because writing these two books has given me a lot more clarity about that book, which is also, it's fantasy, so it's gonna need more loves in that way. You know, SIS, SIC, they both happen in real world historical fiction type setting. So yeah, it's all, that's something else to look out for. And then I think this is my last thing that I wanted to share, but I'm also reading another book, and I've been reading everything that this author has written because I think he is fantastic and you should follow him and read his books. But it is James Allen Gardner. That's probably backwards. Anyway, I'll add something. It's on my Goodreads. This is sci-fi. If you love sci-fi, if you love diverse characters, if you like, I mean, just an author who started writing, because this book was copyrighted in, I want to say the 1990s. I feel like that's a thing that could have happened. 2000, yeah, so right at the end. This is like the fourth or fifth, I think it's the fifth book in the series. No, I told a lie. It is the fourth. Yeah, yes, fourth. He's a forward-thinking author, thoughtful, creative world building, inclusive culture, diverse characters. One of the previous books before this actually try to think of, I don't want to give it away, but it's called Commitment Hour. I talk about that. I think I did a TikTok about it. Maybe. I don't remember where I talked about it, but what I will do a whole video about these books because everyone should read them. If you like sci-fi, you should read them. You will not be disappointed. The cultural, social issues that he brings up are more meaningful now and more important now than they ever have been before, especially as people are learning to be more informed and accepting. And I can't say enough good things about the books. Every single one of them is an absolute treasure. And I was 14 pages into this book last night, and I was already like shook. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted about it. Like he never ceases to amaze. So read that. I'll have more stuff coming up. Like I mentioned, there's a couple different things that I touched on that I want to share, and I'm going to do videos on separately because some of them are a little bit ranty, some of them, you know, whatevs. But yeah, that is my update for the month. It's been busy. It's been a lot. This video is almost 20 minutes now. Like, what? I know. I have so much to talk about. I will be back with more stuff. December is going to be jam-packed with lots of videos. Oh, that was the other thing. Starting with this video, this will be the first of 8 videos for December because I doubled up because I just had so many words to say. But I hope that you enjoy. I hope the content is helpful and meaningful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe because it makes me happy. It makes the algorithm happy. And then other people can find me and stuff like that. All right. I will see you guys next time, and you all have a wonderful, happy Christmas and New Year. Bye.